Welcome back everybody to my 67th update video. In this video I go back to 10 past product reviews from about a year ago and let you know what happened when the camera went off. Did I keep using them? Did I donate them? Or did they end up in the boneyard? The products covered in this video are numbers 661 through 670. That's July of August through 2025. Let's get right to update number 67. Number 661 was a collection of pancake gadgets to hopefully level up your pancake game. Let's see how my original review went. We have a batter dispenser, an extra wide spatula for turning, and a double-sided pan for flipping and frying. All right, it is not leaking, so that is a good sign. Now I've got my pancake batter dispenser here. Let's give it a shot. First up. Oh, not bad. Well, I'm not sure that's really done yet. Let's flip this over here. Did it stick? It did not stick. I would say it's not completely done yet. And my first observation is that cooking on low, it takes a lot longer than you would with a normal pan. The other thing is that the side that's up is not getting warm, so when you flip it over, you're kind of on a colder surface. All right, it's been 3 minutes now, double the time they say it's supposed to take to flip it. Let's see. I mean, I guess it's getting there. It's really slow. Low is slow. Check one more time. I mean, I guess it's good enough. I don't know. It's not bad. It is not bad. I am breaking this because that's what I want to do. So let's close this up. I have no idea how nonstick that's going to be. All right, I'm going to try to flip this. I'm going to try to give it a flip and see what happens. I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Oh, it flipped. You know what? Not bad. I gotta give it credit. Try flipping it again. Oh yeah, using my spatula here. And the spatula, once again, is a nice big size spatula. Look at that. Now I've been using this spatula regularly ever since my review was posted. It's just nice having a big wide spatula. And as you can tell, it's held up pretty well. I was worried about the discoloration, no problems. Now the batter dispenser I didn't really use much at first, but I kind of went through a pancake phase and pulled it out and it works pretty well. It may not be necessary, but it does do what it's supposed to do pretty well. So I ended up using 2 out of the 3 gadgets from this review. Number 662 was a hat with solar panels and fans built right into it. It was kind of going around online at the time, so let's see how my original review went. Wide brim sun hat with 2 solar fans, which I paid $26 for. Oh yeah. All right, these charged up overnight. It's time for a real world test here. Now my first thought is I'm going to turn these fans on. I have no idea where the buttons are at. All right, that one's on high. That one's on high. I don't know if you can hear it, but there is certainly a sound worrying both of my ears. All right, my initial observations are, number 1, it does feel nice to have that kind of constant breeze on your face because there's no wind at all right now, no. All right, so there's really maybe a 5-mile-an-hour breeze out here. It's not much of a breeze. I don't even really feel these fans. There's just enough breeze where I don't really feel them. They're kind of weak when there's a breeze out, so I don't know. So this switch right here says battery. If you go up, it supposedly is going to power in the sun. Oh, and the fan went on. Turn that one on, that fan's going too. I'm looking directly at the sun. They're spinning, but they ain't spinning very fast. It's not even enough to make me feel them. Something I'm already noticing, if I'm facing away from the sun, no fans whatsoever. If I come over here and face the sun, I get a pretty weak fan. And I barely feel it whatsoever. This one just went off, and I'm really not even faced that much away from the sun. Now the other one went off and this one went on. I don't know, man, it's pretty weak. Now to me, the solar panels were a total gimmick. They didn't really add much value at all. Now I can see some situations where the fans might actually come in handy, but for me, living in the desert heat, I never reached for it. Number 663 was a collection of 3 gadgets by request. We had a moon ball, towel bands, and a desk for your steering wheel. Let's see how my original review went. 2 moon balls, I paid $12.99 each for these. They claim this is the highest bouncy ball on earth. Let's take a look at these 2 Nerf balls. I paid $11 for a 2-pack. All right, here we go. Now they claim that it bounces up to 50 feet in the air.
Oh, moon ball big time.
That was pretty high. How high was that?
30 feet maybe.
30 feet. That's gonna be hard. Here we go.
You had to struggle to get that one to get up that close. I think Moonball.
Moonball wins. Not as high. Not as high. 15 feet maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, in the bush. Oh, not as high.
It feels more dense than the Nerf ball.
All right, so final conclusion.
It's definitely a Moonball.
Definitely Moonball.
Yeah.
These are the towel band. Stretching the towel band. Will it stretch? A little bit of force, but it did stretch on there. We just had our gust of wind take it. The towel band's hanging in there. The wheel desk, I paid $34.95 for this. It currently has a 4.6 star rating. All we're supposed to do is just place it over the wheel itself. This laptop does work. All right, so let me see. The first thing I'm noticing here is that it is touching my steering wheel. So, I mean, and this isn't a particularly large laptop. And just typing on there, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's actually quite ergonomic, so I'm kind of happy about that. But I'm kind of worried about my steering wheel. I mean, I don't want to damage my steering wheel doing this test. I mean, I guess I mean, it would be the first time I damaged my car doing a test for YouTube. But this is where the wheel desk was at for 5 minutes, and you can see right here as well. Now, I gave the Moonballs away to someone who actually used them, and the other two items I didn't continue to use, so they ended up out in the boneyard. Number 664 was a collection of kitchen gadgets I saw going around online at the time. Let's first flash back to my original review and see what happened there. Easy peeler. This is an apple peeler I paid $9 for on Amazon. Fix the bottom of the apple. It's fixed. Now adjust the top. It is too small. Rotating. Oh, we got something going on. Not good. Up is yes, down is no. If I only go one direction, I can actually make it work. Look at this. Look at that crown. That's terrible. Not good. I mean, it's consistently bad, but it is working. This is a cracker and cookie keeper. I paid $14 for this. Supposedly you can slide an entire package of Oreos in there, and you kind of can. They show it without such a supporting container, so let's try and put them in here as is. Well, that's going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of an issue here. Let's see. They have these little kind of almost somewhat separators here, but it doesn't seem like it's really protecting them from just, I mean, it doesn't even hold them in place. They can slide right through there. I'm trying to give this a fair test here. Oh man, I don't know about this, man. I don't know. Getting the one row in there was easy because I had nothing else in there to try to keep in place, but trying to keep this one stacked up and put those in there, and it's impossible. It ain't gonna happen. Let's take a look at this heated ice cream scoop. I paid $30 for this. All right, so our heated scoop is now currently 135 degrees, and it does feel quite hot. So let's try this now. Is it like butter? Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa, that was very smooth. Oh, not as, I mean, I'm definitely more force on that one. Oh, I gotta say, that really was like butter. Oh, it's going through it pretty well. Just a little bit of force on my part, but it's certainly gliding through it. Now the temperature's dropped way off. It shows it at 78 degrees. Now it has to warm back up again after that first 2 scoops. I don't know about that. So you have to wait in between scoops? What's up with that? Let me try another one here. I mean, it's still gliding through it pretty well. It's still warm. So in the end, I think all these products were good ideas, but they all had inherent flaws that prevented me from using them long term. So all of these products ended up in the donation pile. Number 665 was an interesting word clock that displays the time in words instead of numbers. Here's how my original review went. This sharper image word clock, I paid $27.64 for this, but they claim that it's a light up word clock that adds a touch of elegance to your home or office. It is a bit cheap feeling. It is a bit, I mean, it's not of the highest quality materials, I have to say that. Let's go through these buttons here and see what we've got. If I just hit up one time, it says 12 o'clock. It is 5 minutes past 12, 10 minutes past 12, 15 minutes past 12, 20 past 12, 25 past 12, 30 past 12. So the instructions do state that the first half hour of the hour is going to say past the hour, and then the second half hour it's going to say till the hour. So now we have, it is 25 minutes to 1, 20 minutes to 1, 15 minutes to 1, 10 minutes to 1, 5 minutes to 1, and 1. Let me turn these lights off and see how it looks in the dark. All right, so in the dark, that does look pretty nice. I tend to think maybe if you have it in your room when you're sleeping, it might be kind of bright, and there's no way to dim it, so that's a potential con as well. Cannot dim it. All right, it is almost 10 after 8. Let's see if both these clocks line up with this word clock. We have 8:09, 8:09, and this should switch to 8:10 right around the same time as these two. 8:10, 8:10, 8:10, wow. Very close. So in almost about 8 hours, it still seems accurate. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and check it one more time. But so far, it seems pretty accurate to me. Now, what's interesting to me about this one is I've seen this one twice in the wild, both of them at medical centers. I guess it has that medical center vibe to it. For me, I did leave it out for a while, but it seems to be more of a display piece than an actual functional clock. But if I'm gonna be displaying an interesting clock, I'm sticking with a Kaleido clock. To me, that one is more interesting and more functional. So I think the word clock works, but I did not continue to use it more than a few months. Next up was a couple of interesting fruit gadgets. Let's flash back to my original view and see what happened there. This is the Dream Farm Holo Pit. Whoa, wait a second, look at this. Wow, that was clean. And, oh wow, that is quick. Now he was showing the kind of manual technique like this. Let me try that one time. Okay, well that's not bad, but there's something more satisfying about the plunger technique. Wow, look at that. Quick, very quick. I'm truly impressed by this. Now, I'm not sure if they said this, but it seems like you have to put the stem toward that little plunger right there. Now what happened? That is looks like a pitted cherry. That cherry looks pitted to me, and inside is the pit. Wow. Oh, the pit fell out. Is pitted. That's a pitted cherry right there. Let's take a look at this lemon squeezer. I paid $9.99 for a 2-pack. It pretty much just screws in there pretty easily. And the first batch of juice is just like overflowing. It just wants to come out on its own. So the first one is really easy. I have one drop that poured out, but otherwise it stays pretty contained. Squeeze number 2. Each successive squeeze is a little bit more difficult because you have less juice to pull from. I would say it's generally not leaking, but it's not completely leak proof. Not that they say that it is, but I have noticed when I'm squeezing it, there are drops coming down the side here. The only thing though is when you squeeze this with 2 hands, you really have to let go to open the top. Now, I've made a few strawberry desserts over the last year, and I did reach for the Holo Pit, and it worked quite well. But the YZC squeezer ended up in my donation pile because if I'm gonna be squeezing lemon, I stick with another Dream Farm gadget, which is called the Flooser. I reviewed this a few years ago, and this is still my go-to juicer for lemons. Number 667 was a couple of novelty pizza gadgets, a pizza cutter and a bizarre pizza pocket. Here's how my original review went. Let's take a look at the Genuine Fred Saw pizza cutter. I paid $20.53. They say it's shaped like a circular saw to make you feel like a carpenter in action. I'm gonna go right down the center first and see how well this works. And first cut, did it go all the way through? It did. Oh, not bad. Let's see how that did. Did it cut all the way through? Almost. Just a little bit on the ends there, but pretty close. I'll get it started here and then go straight across. Oh, we cut through. Not bad, not bad. Did we cut through? We cut through. Oh, yes, we did. A little rocking, straight across. This is the pizza pocket. I paid $12.99 for this. Now, one thing is, it seems like it kind of hangs pretty low. It seems like I would rather have it closer to my heart. Take a nice big piece of this cheese pizza and slide it right in there. Well, that does seem to fit pretty well. Let's zip this up. I have a pizza around my neck. I can't say I've ever dreamed that would be a statement I say. I'm wearing a pizza around my neck. I guess one more benefit would be that staying against your body like this kind of keeps it warm. Not really the way you want to warm up pizza, but it does stay warmish up against your stomach. I have noticed that it kind of has a tendency to bounce every time you take a step. It'll definitely be tenderized by the time I get it, all that bouncing off my stomach. Luckily my stomach's got a little bit of padding there, so I ain't gonna be that tenderized. All right, so these were fun to try out, but I have better pizza cutters in my kitchen, and I had absolutely no reason to use the Pizza Pocket more than once. For number 668, I wanted to see how good a pair of cheap smart glasses from Temu really were. I ordered a pair and tried them out, and here's how that test went. They are described as digital sunglasses that includes a 1080p video recorder. I was reading the instructions last night, and it says they're not really for use in low light. So you can really only use it in bright sunlight and bright daylight. Okay, it blinked 3 times red. I don't know if that means it's recording or not. There's no way to tell. Walk around the park, and I'll check back in a little bit. There should be audio in here. I see a couple birds. What happens when I walk right to the birds? How would that motion look? What's up, birds? And they're not afraid. They're not afraid. You're not afraid, are you? No idea if this is recording or not. I also think there's no battery indicator. Now it blinked 3 times and the red light went on, so I think that means I was recording, and I think that means that it went off. So that's a good thing. Something else that the instructions say is not to point it right at the sun, which I think I'm doing right now. I'm going to a stop sign right now. Let me just look both ways. How did that look? We shall see. Let's try a quick comparison here. I'm going to try these cheapo glasses versus an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Take a look down. Take a look over. Walk over here to Bailey. Bailey, what are you doing? All right, so I've been kind of editing the video I shot so far. Now, I should point out one thing. I'm calling these fake Ray-Ban stories, but they don't really resemble the Ray-Ban Wayfarer style. I'm just saying Ray-Ban stories because that was like the first major glasses to have a camera in them. Yeah, so those were pretty bad. I had no reason to keep using it. In fact, I even put it in the donation pile because I didn't want someone else to get stuck with them. So these still reside out in the boneyard. Number 669 was a collection of gadgets that were cheap, tiny, and sometimes ridiculous. Here's how my original review went. Well, so far so good. Now, my hand isn't getting protected from the steam so much. My fingers aren't burning. It's holding up so far. My fingers aren't burnt, so it worked. So you're supposed to just kind of place it on the handle itself. That seems to fit pretty well. Pretty snug. All right, so far so good. Let's keep going. This is a skinny spoon, and there's nothing really holding this in place here. How about the much different Sensart pan? Okay, well, it snaps on there pretty well. As far as I can tell, this has worked. I've been on the road for a total of 6 hours today, and I've had the roasted duck on my dash for 2 hours, and they haven't changed colors at all. No color change that I can see. I'm bringing it outside. I've been here for a couple seconds. It's already red. I've only been here for a few seconds. I guess the good news is that they do work, because look at this. But the bad news is that most windshields aren't going to let enough UV light to get through to activate them, so it really isn't going to work on your rearview mirror. This is sitting on my dash, and it's still white. Now watch this. Instantly. It instantly changed. Let that dry for a minute. Affixing to the door. It works. Now let's see how this holds up for the rest of the day. Well, I'm 4 hours into my trip, and so far it has held up pretty well. I haven't bumped into anything, so far so good. I don't even know if you can use warm liquids in here. I'm just assuming you can. Could be way too much. Who knows? Oh, it's coming out of the top. What happened? I guess I overfilled it. Oh, it's still coming out. Even leaving this much at the top, it was still overflowing. So they need a max fill line. There's no powder in the bottom, so it did perfectly blend it. Now, of these products, the only one I really use are the pot clips. If I can't find my regular pot holders, these kind of come in handy as a backup. Interestingly, the car cap disappeared. It was on the side of my door for months, and then one day I noticed it wasn't there anymore. I think it must have fallen out when I got in or out of my car. It worked while it lasted, but at some point it disappeared. Number 670 was a collection of 3 Temu gadgets under 16 bucks. Let's flash back to the original review and see what happened there. The handy candy frame. One. None. I got none. One at a time. This is going to take a while. Oh man, this is going to take forever. Plug this back up. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I got a couple. It's all, hey, I got a big bunch of it. I mean, I guess it kind of works. It's a lot of turning for a little bit of peanuts, but I got something. These are scratch art mini notes. Well, that's kind of cool, a rainbow effect. It's pretty easy to write with these. You gotta push, use a little bit of force to press down, but not too bad. It seems pretty easy to use, pretty easy to read. Oh, this is gonna be bad. All right, I can already tell you. Listen, please tell me I'm not the only one who is this bad at drawing stars. That's terrible. All right, well, it was pretty destined to fail, but that's what I got. They claim that it's an ultra loud whistle for outdoor emergencies. All right, here we go. Not only do I have the El Cheapo Temu whistle, which was under $1 for one of them, I'm gonna compare it against the Hyper whistle, billed as the world's loudest whistle. That cost me between 18 and 20 bucks. Temu first. Hyper whistle. Oh wow, it's way louder. Barely even blowing through these, I can already tell the Hyper whistle is considerably louder. Now the frame I left up over there for a few months, but I never used it. I ended up replacing it with something else. That one ended up getting donated. The rainbow cards I never really used, although I did find one from my original review. You can see it's a little bit beat up looking, but it has held over time, and I had stuff resting on top of there. So this one probably survived more than I thought it would. And as far as the survival whistle goes, that one ended up in the boneyard. Well, that's about it for this update. I'd say my favorite of this bunch is certainly this spatula, which gets used several times a week here. But that's all I've got. I'll be back in about another month with my next update. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.